Hey everybody, welcome back in the Man Cave. This is episode 16, I do declare. It is. It is the Christmas episode, and we have a very special guest with us. Of course, we have Shane. How you doing?
I'm doing cheerful. How are you?
Cheerful. Pretty festive myself. And Alyssa, for the first time. A first time ever a woman is an official guest in the Man Cave. We've broken our own rule. How you doing, Alyssa?
I'm good.
Oh, right.
So I just have to say, you're the guy who brings the dudes onto the show, and I bring the hot chicks. So
That's right. That's how it works. So, this episode is going to be, I don't know if I said it already, but it will be our Christmas episode. We're going to talk about all things Christmas, family traditions, memories, best Christmas presents, worst Christmas presents, if we so choose, and everything else in between. Shane also found like a tag or something like that. We can maybe play a couple games, whatever. This is going to be, it didn't have to be super long. That's like as exchange looks. It's not going to be super long, but it will be a 2-part episode. So make sure you tune in on Monday. Before we get to the meat and potatoes of the episode, we're on iTunes, Stitcher, and pretty much anywhere else you can get your podcast. Make sure you subscribe and leave a rating. A 5-star one would be great. It would help us get on the map. And we're still on YouTube if you want to go that route. So, all that out of the way, let's get going.
And let me just throw out there, Twitter is @InTheManCavePod.
And Facebook is the same thing, In the Man Cave Pod. Search around and you'll find us. Just search around for In the Man Cave Podcast. All around and you'll find us. Okay. So, let's get this ball rolling. Shane, no. Where are my manners? Alyssa.
Yeah, ladies first. Come on.
Alyssa,
Yeah.
what is your... How big of a Christmas fan are you? Like, how much do you love Christmas?
I love Christmas. It's always been the biggest holiday in my house.
And why? Why do you love Christmas so much?
I think it's because my parents made it so big in our home growing up. We had family Christmas parties, which those ended with my mom's side. But we do have family Christmas parties now with my dad's side. And then just with me, my sister, and my mom and dad, it was always a huge thing just to decorate. Like, we took a weekend to decorate the house as a family. We had snacks. We had Christmas music. We always had an artificial tree that me and my dad put up while my sister and my mom baked cookies. Like, it was a big thing. Christmas Eve, we always did something. And then me and my sister always got to open one gift on Christmas Eve. And then we'd wake up early on Christmas and open all the gifts.
Right on. Shane, you're also a pretty big Christmas aficionado.
Yes, I am.
Why is it that you are such?
I think, well, some of the same reasons of, being with family at that time. And, they always say the best part about Christmas is being a kid until you have kids. So, like, of course, being a kid, you wake up, you see all the huge presents that Santa brought and all that. And I have very fond memories of my grandparents at their house for Christmas. And I swear I had more to say right now, but
It'll come to you.
I'm gassed out right now. But, yeah, I like to, traditions and everything. Like, I just recently got into more Christmas podcasts of listening to, like, where, the Santa tradition came from and where the tree tradition came from and, like, how they first put candles on the tree instead of lights. And that, I don't know, just fascinates me of how this has evolved throughout the times from back in the day until now.
And as a sidebar, Shane is talking about the Christmas Past podcast with Brian Earl. It's on any and all podcast apps. You can find it there.
And I think it's Weird Christmas or whatever that one is. I started listening to that, and they brought that up again too with Santa and everything. But I didn't see it today on iTunes. But maybe that was just a hiccup and my phone was acting up. But yeah, that and Can't Wait for Christmas. He always has a good episode every month talking about something.
Yeah, I personally like Christmas stocking. I know you don't, but
I need to get into it. Maybe I'll give it a try after the Christmas season. But yeah. Everything Christmas here. We have been going to the Christmas Center, the National Christmas Center. That's unfortunately closing in January.
Is it
we did
officially closing?
Well, they haven't come out and say anyone has bought it yet, so
Okay.
I'm assuming it's going to close. But we do have a video that I'm sure Josh can put in the show notes, or I can tweet it out when I tweet out the episode
Yeah.
of the video, so you can see like the center too. But yeah, that's it for us, Josh. Why do you love Christmas so much?
Christmas is like, well, first, I love the cold. I love being cold. I love freezing my ass off. I love it because then you can warm yourself up and it feels great. It's like a big old hug, and I love that. I've always liked the cold because I have a summer birthday. My birthday is in August, right? So it's nice. Yes, as we discussed, it's in August, not, the other way around, Shane. Anyway, that's just for us, not for you
Did you
guys.
say January?
Well,
Yeah,
because
that was
Kirsty's is in January, and he thought mine was because he's, I don't know.
No, I thought Kirsty's was in August.
Well, anyway.
Anyways, yeah, back to Christmas. Sorry.
Anyway, I love the cold, and winter is my favorite holiday. And what? Come on, Josh. Okay, winter is my favorite season, and winter's my favorite season, and it's just it happens. It's in winter, so I was like being home, playing out in the snow, all that kind of stuff. Getting to enjoy that, and then having the actual Christmas season where you can actually really sit down and I don't know, for some reason, like you always can, but for me it was always it helped me appreciate no, hang on, let me back up. How do I want to word this? It's about, for me, it's about, and my family, it's about being together and getting in fights about like little nitpicks about the stupidest stuff, but still loving each other. And it's about Jesus's birth and all that, and what that entails. And it's just a very special time of year for me. It can really help me appreciate all of that aspect of it. And but like, yeah, we would always decorate a lot. My mom is huge into Christmas, so Christmas music was always running rampant in our house. Movies, same thing. We didn't do the opening a gift on Christmas Eve. That was never us. We never did that. But we always had Christmas get-togethers from my mom's side and from my dad's side, and both sides are big about Christmas also. So it was just a lot of love and a lot of Christmas cheer in the air. And like my family, we all love each other, like extended and everything, more so my mom's side, but we're all very outspoken, and if one of us makes the other one mad, we're not going to hold back. So there's a lot of mouthing off to each other, but at the same time, Christmas just has a way of bringing us all together. And while we still may do that, it's still great because you're together. And it was nice to take a break from all the bitching to each other and just really enjoying being around each other. And that's why I like Christmas.
Yeah, and it sparked something in while you were talking, Josh. Also going to church growing up, and going to when I was younger to the earlier Christmas Eve service and singing all the Christmas songs like Silent Night and Joy to the World and all those songs. And then as I got older and could go to the late service with the candlelight service, singing Silent Night, like it's just a cool feeling of holding the candle while everyone else has candles, and that's the only lights on in the church, singing Silent Night on Christmas Eve.
We did the same thing.
It's just, it's just perfect.
It's magic.
Is there an age limit
No,
to your
but
candlelight service?
No, but it's from like 10 to midnight, so most kids can't stay up that late.
Yeah, yours is late.
Well, I don't know. It starts at 10, so however long it goes.
Yeah.
But
really, ours was always 9 to 10.
Okay. Yeah, we had like children's ones are like 7:30, and then like it's more focused towards kids because they know like kids can't stay up that late, or the parents want to get the kids home, in time for Santa to show up. But then they had that 10 o'clock service.
What was those air quotes, Shane? Here in the man cave, we believe in Santa Claus.
I do believe in Santa.
No, you don't. That's why you're looking at Alyssa and smiling. You son of a bitch. You should have told me this before we started.
I do. Well, because I saw the thing last year, 2 years ago, where it was like saying how if your kid stops believing,
Yeah.
like starts to stop believing in Santa, just say that everyone's kind of a Santa. You just gotta take on that role now that you're older.
Yeah.
But when you're young, you don't know this.
Now, see, okay, so I joke.
Did you see that theory?
I think I know what you're talking about,
Okay.
yeah. I joke, but a big part of me really wants to believe. I really want Santa Claus, as the commercialism has exposed him to be real. I mean, Santa Claus and, Saint Nick and stuff, they were real people. Saint Nicholas was a real saint. He may not have, found 3 boys that were all dismembered and then put them back together and brought them to life, but he was a real saint. That's an actual thing. Like, there were 3 boys that were murdered by a cobbler or something like that, and he cut them up and put them in barrels, and Saint Nick found out about it and went and he made them come back to life, and they were whole again. That's part
I never heard that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of lore I didn't know until I started listening to those Christmas podcasts.
There's probably a reason, though. I don't think my mom would want us to sit around the tree when I was little and be like, here's St. Nicholas putting little kids together.
Well, Krampus, he's evil.
Krampus is really bad, man.
I never, until the movie came out, last year?
2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Yeah, he's more of a German thing. I never heard about it until American Dad did an episode about it.
Okay. Have you seen the Krampus movie?
No, but I want to.
Okay.
Have you?
No, I haven't. And that's one of the scary movies I don't mind seeing because like Adam Scott's in it, so I know it's not going to be like
super scary.
Like
it's not like Saw or anything.
Yeah, not like and jump scary. It's going to be I don't know.
It's not going to be gory and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on, getting back on the train tracks here.
Yes.
My sister, she ruined Santa Claus for me.
Oh yeah, let's tell these stories. Stories. Go ahead, Alyssa. You go ahead.
Well, I'm the youngest. I only have one sibling, an older sister. We're very close, 3 years apart, and we used to share a room. We would go back and forth. We loved sharing a room. Then we want our own room. Then we'd put our rooms back together. We were those kids, and so we were sharing. We were in the same room, and she had the double bed. And we were sleeping in the same bed, and Mom and Dad were like, okay, you gotta go to bed because Santa Claus is coming. My sister's like, now when Mom and Dad come in and check on us, which they're going to, you act like you're sleeping no matter what. Even if you see a light, even if they try to wake you up, you pretend you're sleeping. And I was like, okay. And so I don't know why my parents didn't close our bedroom door then, but they left it open. And then my sister nudged me like, okay, we're clear. And then we open our eyes, and you could see my parents lugging our presents from their closet in their bedroom to the living room, and then it ruined Christmas for me. Man. I was like, oh my God, Santa's not real. It's Mom and Dad.
Oh man. Shane,
yeah,
what about you, Shane?
I remember I was in the car, and my sister told me I have an older sister who's 4 years older, and she's the only sibling. And I don't know if it's the year I got the drum set or the next year.
You got a drum set?
When I was in middle school.
Dude, your parents are cool.
And I don't know, she told me, and then my parents just fessed up to it. It wasn't like I saw them sneaking presents or anything. I just remember, I think she just told me, and then they fessed up to it.
Yeah, because your mom was probably like, this will be easier.
I mean, I was definitely older. I wasn't 6, and my sister's like, you kids, Santa's not real. But I was definitely 10 or 11, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe at 12. Tell me your story, Josh, because you have 15 siblings. So
I have 7. Thank you. Which you're half right. Anyway, so obviously I lived with 4, but 3 of them. But anyway, this was when it was just me and my sister Carly. We thought it would be a good idea to swap rooms on Christmas Eve. She sleep in my room, I sleep in her room. We did weird shit when we were excited for stuff. When we'd be excited for a Disney trip, we would, or even Christmas Eve, like a month or two in advance, we would like sit down, we would plan out what we would do for that day. So we'd sit there and be like, okay, so we're going to wake up at 7 o'clock. Okay. Then that, until 7 to 7:30, well, you know, stretch, get up, whatever. And then like hour by hour by hour, we would do that shit because it was mainly me. So I was sleeping in her room and I couldn't get to sleep. And I kept going out there, be like, Mommy, I can't sleep. And I was 9. I still call my parents Mommy and Daddy. I was like, Mommy, I can't sleep. And she's like, no, honey, you got to go to bed. And I said, Mommy, I can't sleep. Santa's not going to come if you don't go to bed. And I went in there and I was like crying. I later found out because like they were both like, they hadn't slept the night before because they were doing something with the farm. They were figuring out bookkeeping and stuff. So they were kind of up all night the night before and they were both like really tired and crabby. Anyway, so I was like, you know, crying and shit. So I went to back to the bed. And my dad laid in there with me, and I fell asleep. And then I wake up, and like, cause like the hallway creaked a lot, and it was like a deep creak, if that makes sense. Like it was a low pitch noise, and I hear like a doom into the wall, and I was like, Ben, quiet, you're going to wake up the kids. And I'm like, what? And then I hear like you know, bags crinkling shit, and I'm like, what's going on? And then I'm like, okay, maybe it's Santa, and he's like messing with my mind so that if my parents find me awake, then Santa won't come at all, so I better just go to sleep. So I go back to sleep, and I wake up, and you know, we have our Christmas and everything. We open the presents and we see our Santa stuff. Well, later, we're having donuts. We usually had donuts, and my mom would make homemade egg McMuffins. And I saw a donut that had a big old bite taken out of it. Just one single bite. My mom's like, Santa must have been really hungry. And then I saw her do this, like look sideways at my dad, and he was like laughing. And I was like, no, wait a minute. And I went to throw some away, and I saw freaking Kmart freaking shopping bags in the trash can, and I crinkled them, and they made the same freaking noise, and I'm like, oh my God, it was them! I was so distraught. That year, and that Christmas was so good, too, and it sucked because it's always going to be painted with that bad memory. But yeah.
You were like an investigator.
Yeah, I was very nosy as a child. Like to the point of, like, we need to talk, Josh. You have a problem. But yeah, that's how I found out. So let's going with that. What was your guys's? We'll just say from like when you get up till when things go back to normal on Christmas Day. Like get up until the fun kind of stops. You know what I'm saying? How would your day look on Christmas Day? Usually, Alyssa.
So, well, it depends what age we were at. Like when we believed in Santa?
Sure, just like a typical average Christmas day for you guys.
Because when we believed in Santa, we could get my parents up as early as like 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, damn, girl.
Yeah, me and my sister would get up and like jump on my parents' bed and be like, Santa came!
We'd get up at like 5, and that was the earliest we ever did. And people here, they don't get up that early. So like that's weird. But anyway, keep going. I'm sorry.
Well, because then as we got older, when I was a teen, I loved to sleep. So my dad would end up getting me up. He would get me up at like 7:30 because he still is like, it's Christmas. You got to get up early to open the gifts. And of course, me as a teen, I'm just like, I don't care. Like they're going to be there. No one's going to take them. So, but yeah, we would get up depending on what age we were. And we'd open up gifts. And then I'm assuming when we were really little and we get up at that time of the morning, we would play gifts, and I'm sure Mom would try to get us down for a nap when we were really, really little, because we would eat at noon. Noon was always the time we had dinner. Well, my dad calls it dinner. It's lunch. But we have Christmas dinner at noon. And that would probably go, I don't know, an hour and a half-ish. And then my mom would clean up, but she would still leave the food out. Like, we would clean up, but we always left the food on the stove because we'd pick throughout the day.
Sure.
And then my mom she bakes like, gosh, the one year I felt like she baked 5 pies.
Damn.
So, yeah, she bakes a lot. Well, she'll give, now that Shane and I have our own place, she'll give us like 2 whole pies. I'm just like, Mom, you think we're going to eat a pie each? Like, what's the deal here?
Man,
like, it's
she can come over to Bloomington if she wants to. I like sugar cream pie.
She gets that from her mom, my gram. They cook for like the whole neighborhood. But we would eat and then sit around. I don't know, listen to Christmas music. When we were little, my dad would put our stuff together. Like, we had toys that needed put together. Then when we were older, we would just take naps, sit around, listen to Christmas music, look at our gifts. As we got older, my dad's parents would come visit us. Sometimes they ate dinner with us, but that was about it. We didn't do much. We don't go anywhere. My parents, I guess, went everywhere when they were younger, and they didn't want to do that when they had kids, so we stayed home.
It's a good excuse, too. Good excuse. Shane?
And
Oh, go ahead.
well,
man.
I was just gonna say, was it last year? We digitized all their videotapes, so we got to watch some of their old Christmases.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
Some of their Christmases, her parents worked.
Really?
Yeah, her mom was a nurse, and her dad worked at the state school, so they would sometimes have to work on Christmas. So
Yeah.
if they got up at 2:30 a.m., maybe it's because I don't know if it's her mom had to go to work, so they got up before she went and all that stuff. But
Yeah. Well, the one time when we were really, really little, like, I don't even remember it. Apparently, we had Christmas on Christmas Eve because both of them had to work, and we were at my grams for Christmas.
Wow.
But,
Well,
I mean,
you had to do what you had to do, you know.
yeah.
Shane?
Oh,
How about you?
okay. So, my wife can attest to this. I'm a morning person.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah,
I will
you
get
know.
up at 5:30, and
that's
I'll
why
be
you're
ready
weird.
to go for the day. My sister is the opposite. She can sleep in till 10, 11.
Not anymore, though.
No, yeah, not that she's a mom, but when she's younger, she could sleep in till 10, 11, and everything. Christmas. Somehow, it always swapped. She'd always come into my room, and I'd be dead asleep, and she'd wake me up, which I don't get, because then we always went to my parents' room to wake them up, because we lived in a ranch, so it was like all our rooms were right beside each other. Wake them up. Well, let us get up. Let us get a shower. Let us brush our teeth.
Hell with that.
Oh, no. I've watched some of their home videos. So, okay. So when we opened gifts at my house, it was a free-for-all. Like, my parents were like, whatever, we'll clean up the mess afterwards. Like, just have fun, rip open your gifts.
Same.
It was painful to watch his Christmas movies when they were growing up. Go ahead. Finish why.
So, so then my mom would get tea and stuff, and we used to still be back the hallway. We didn't see any of the gifts that Santa brought yet either. And this is before before I heard about Santa and everything. And then they get the camera out and then either get us filming us walking out or get pictures of us walking out, and then we do one gift at a time.
Yes. Oh wait, and they throw away the wrapping paper.
Yeah.
Like, they have to give it to one of their parents who was holding the garbage bag.
Like, right away.
Yes, right away. And they if it was in a box, like if the gift was in a box, they put it back in the box neatly, and then the next person would open their gift.
Dude, I don't know if your parents are so cool now. They're kind of lame, dude.
No, they are really cool.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's the way I grew up. It's not like
That's weird, man.
there's 4 of us, so it wasn't like
There was 4 in my house, and it looked like a tornado went through when we were done.
I don't know. But then, okay. And then growing up, they were more lax, so we can go out in the living room before they got up and everything. But we still always had to wait for them to get up and get a shower and everything. I don't know if because of pictures or what, but then when I was younger, every other year, our family and my aunts would switch back and forth of who would do Christmas for my mom's side of the family. So it all depended if we go there to my family's house, and then as we got older, it just was strictly we went to my aunt's house for gifts and then came back home. Yeah, that was about it. And then of course, as I got older, played video games the rest of the day or did other things.
Sure.
Now that we're married, we do every other Christmas. Christmas we're with his family, and then the next year we're at my family's house because my sister and the kids come up. Well, sister Rex and the kids come up from Florida.
Sure, yeah. I know a lot of people that do that. So, okay, are you done, or should I?
Yes, I think I'm done. You can now tell your story, Josh.
All right, well, in a normal household like mine, this is what... No, I'm just kidding. So, I don't know you guys did, but I had the pleasure of growing up with my parents still being married. They aren't anymore, but they were. So we didn't have to worry about separate Christmases. That was wonderful. And now my parents, they still get along really well, so we still have one together, so that's awesome. Anyway, my mom is probably, well, maybe not so much anymore, but used to be, like, especially when it was just my sister and I, we were younger, she was like, mine, yours, and your level of Christmas excitement times 7 combined. Like, she was like fucking Queen Christmas. She loved it. We may not have gone all out with decorations and stuff, but she was the spirit was strong with her. So she would always be the first one to wake up. She'd go get her coffee, she'd get the video camera set up, and then she would wake up my dad up, and they'd walk, let the dogs out, let them do their thing so that they're calmed down when we wake up, and then they'd come in and they'd wake me and Carly up, or me, Carly, Michael, and Gabby once we got them, my brother and sisters. So we would get up and she'd be like, Christmas, Santa came, guys, Christmas is here, all that kind of, and like they still talk like that to us because they love it. We go out there and we'd boom, Santa, what he brought us. Oh, and also until about 2006, my grandma and grandpa, they would 2006 was the last year they did it. They would come to our house every year. They would come there on Christmas morning before we got up, because then they would go to my Aunt Renee's house, which was about 30 minutes south of where we lived, and then we'd go down to my Aunt Joyce's house in Kentucky. So they'd hit us, in order, and then they would stay at Aunt Joyce's for like a week. Anyway, so they'd come, and we'd come out there, we'd see Grandma and Grandpa, hi, and then boom, right to the presents, because, kids. And then we would open our presents, see what Santa brought us, which, when Santa brought you guys stuff, did he wrap them, or were they unwrapped?
They were wrapped.
They were wrapped.
You guys are crazy, because Santa left us gifts unwrapped. That's how he do. And our stuff.
That was the fun part, though, unwrapping them, like ripping the wrapping paper apart.
Sure, but see, that's just not how Santa did it for us. Santa knew that we were progressive people and was like, hey, here you go. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so we'd unwrap presents, we'd do all that. We would do them kind of one at a time, but like it wasn't like, okay, everybody stop what you're doing and watch Josh. Now give me the paper. It was, oh, hey, you got, a chemistry set because you're big into chemistry at age 6. And then, okay, and that's not a joke either. I got a chemistry set when I was 6. And then,
I hope it was a fun one.
Oh, it was so fun. I made like gummy worms and stuff.
Okay.
It was one of those chemistry sets. Anyway, we'd open it, then boom, she'd open it, then I'd open it, and then like we'd take the wrapping paper and we'd throw it at each other and like play with it and like throw it at our cats and dogs and
How
stuff.
did you have wrapping paper?
The presents from my parents.
Santa's parents were unwrapped. Mom and Dad's presents were wrapped.
Wait, you got gifts from Santa's parents?
Wait, God. Flame Flabbity.
The gifts you got from Santa were unwrapped, and then the gifts that you got from your parents were wrapped.
You got it.
Yes.
Okay. See, all our gifts are just from Santa.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Santa left the stuff unwrapped, and he filled up our stockings and put our stockings with our stuff that was from him. And then Mom and Dad got us stuff that was wrapped. And sometimes Mickey got us stuff. Mickey Mouse. One time.
There's another Mickey that we don't know about.
No, Mickey Rooney. No, Mickey Mouse. R.I.P. Mickey Mouse, he gave us a present one year. And it was a chess set that was Mickey and like Donald and Goofy. So it was really cool, actually.
That sounds biased.
What?
That Mickey got you a Mickey set.
Oh, yeah, it kind of is. Kind of like, hey!
Well, Mickey Mouse now owns 40% of the entertainment industry. So
anyway, moving on to Christmas.
yeah, back to Christmas. Sorry.
So yeah, Santa's gifts were unwrapped. Mom and Dad's were wrapped.
Okay.
Mickey's were wrapped. So then we would unwrap presents, and we would like thank Mom and Dad, cry, hug them, blah blah blah. Dad would be like, all right, give me all your fucking wrapping paper, because he hated, because he always gathered it up and he always burnt it. We always burn it out in the driveway, out in the yard. He'd always burn it, and that was like really fun because I'd go out there and we'd douse it with lighter fluid and stuff and watch it blow up. It was a lot of fun. That was the second part of our Christmas activities. But then we'd come back in and we'd have Mom, like I said, she would make, she'd lightly toast some English muffins with, eggs and cheese and bacon and sausage, and we'd eat those and say what we liked and stuff, and then we'd play with our toys, which I still do. I still play with my stuff. That's the first thing I do is I play with the stuff I got. And then if we were tired, we'd go back to bed, and then we would we just kind of chill, and Mom would make Christmas dinner, and Grandma, my mom, my dad's parents would come out, and they would have dinner with us, Christmas dinner with us, and then we'd, hate that we ate half of the food that was cooked, and our stomachs would be full of lead, we'd be so full. Then we'd lay around, we'd watch any movies we got, drink hot cocoa, eat candy, because you always get candy from Santa. And then, let's see, like when I was in 7th grade, I think, I got Rock Band, a Guitar Hero, and, that's all I did for like 4 weeks, was play Guitar Hero. I love Guitar Hero and Rock Band. It looks like you have something you want to say, Alyssa.
I think I was in high school when that came out.
Yeah, he's younger than us.
Well, so I got it when I was in 7th grade. It had been out for a few years, but
okay.
I graduated in 2013.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm 23. I'm significantly younger than you guys. You guys are a whole high school older than me. So
yeah.
Well, when did you guys graduate? 09?
08.
09.
I was in 8th grade when you graduated, Shane.
I know.
I remember what I did on graduation day when I was in 8th grade going into
Okay,
9th.
yeah. But was graduation night on Christmas?
Why don't you kiss my ass, Shane?
Is it under mistletoe?
Reminiscing here. Pucker up and kiss it, Hoovel. Okay, so that's going to do it for this episode. Make sure you tune in for part 2 on Monday, Christmas. And, subscribe on iTunes, leave us a 5-star review, or, whatever. We're not picky, but 5 stars, please. And, YouTube, Stitcher, we're all there. Just search around for In the Man Cave Pod. You'll find us. See you Monday.